Hi, everyone. Welcome to another inspiring live conversation. Today, we're joined by Lisa Sukdev, a passionate social entrepreneur, PR professional, and community leader whose Bubbles and Bras initiative is making a real difference in the lives of women across South Africa. Together, we'll explore how one simple act of giving can restore dignity, build confidence, and inspire communities to come together for a greater purpose. Lisa shares the story behind this remarkable campaign, the impact it's having on women in need, and how each of us can help create meaningful change. This is a conversation about compassion, leadership, empowerment, and the extraordinary difference ordinary people can make. One act of kindness at a time, don't miss it. How are you, Lisa?
I am fantastic and really excited to be chatting to you today, Siddharth. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're most welcome. I actually enjoyed our last chat.
I always enjoy in sharing information, connecting on platforms like this, and being able to connect with audiences that subscribe to channels like this. So thank you again.
You're most welcome. Lisa, what inspired you to launch the Bubbles and Broth initiative, and why is restoring dignity to women through something as simple as a bra so close to your heart?
Do you know, Siddharth, every year we have across South Africa, there are numerous events that are hosted to celebrate women, to create platforms where women are empowered, to share information and to connect. And last year we started Bubbles and Bras because we connected with an organization called ZA Bra. And what they do is they take gently worn or new bras into communities where women have never ever had access to one. And I just thought it's quite ironic because as women who burned their bras to fight for equality and their rights, here we have communities where women have never ever had access to one. And I've had people say to me, Lisa, there are bigger problems in the world. And I
Mhm.
100% agree. Yes, there are. But dignity is not a privilege. Dignity is a right, and being
Yes.
able to share with women within our communities something as
Mhm.
simple as a bra is something that I think is a beautiful thing to be able to give another woman.
Awesome. All right. In fact, it's nice that. Is it okay if I just ask you this comment question? Because I think you have touched up on this first question, but I think I just want to just get this one out of the way. This is from Rishchitan. Hi, Lisa. I've always admired your story of success, and here's another one to Bubble and Bras. Thank you for giving back and empowering our women. Okay, fine. I think you have answered that first part of the question already. What inspired you to do Bubble and Bras? Okay, fine. You've
I
already
can
covered that
just
already.
I can
Sure,
just
sure.
add to that. I can just add to that. And thank you so much for that gracious compliment. I'm a firm believer in do what you can where you are with what you have. Every big thing started small. So it's not about doing something massive at the outset or limiting what you're doing just because you may not have resources. Bubbles and Bras is something that we host at our clubhouse here at Cedar Lakes. And it started with the residents, and this year we've opened it out to the community at large. So I like to engage people and share what we have. Sharing what we have doesn't only mean we share things that are ours or like physical things. Sharing means sharing ideas, sharing opportunities, sharing the opportunity to be generous and to be able to give. Like I said, we're not asking for brand new items. We're saying if you have a gently worn bra, connect with us. We'll arrange for it to be collected. We then arrange for the distribution of it to the benefactors. So you know that it is going to somebody that actually needs it and it isn't being used inappropriately or incorrectly. So again, do what you can where you are with what you have. Just start. You may have an idea, you may know a community that may require something, or you may be just willing to get involved. Connect and do what you can wherever you are with what you have.
Beautiful. Your campaign beautifully combines celebration with giving back. How did you come up with the idea of bringing together entertainment, music, and philanthropy to support women in need?
Look, let's be completely honest. Women love to get together, number one. And it is wonderful to have engaging speakers, to bring in resources that empower women in tangible ways. But women also want to have fun. I mean, we are
Mm.
serious a lot of the time. So I just thought, We're going to get to be getting together in the evening. Let's make this something entertaining, something that's really enjoyable, something that women want to come to again and again. And this year we have a wonderful medical student that is a violinist. That is going to be
Oh,
one of our key attractions. Yes. I'm going to share those details with you afterwards. And she is stunningly beautiful. She's an incredible academic. But when she found out that we were having this event, she said, how can I contribute? And her contribution is going to be providing us with classical violin performances throughout the evening. So we're really, really excited about bringing that into the event.
awesome. The campaign is built around dignity, compassion, and sisterhood. What do these three values mean to you, and how do they shape the work you do as a social entrepreneur?
Do you know, Siddharth, the thing that for me that is of utmost is of importance is whenever we give, irrespective of who we're giving to, we must make them feel dignified when they receive what we give them, whether it's a plate of food, whether it's a cup of soup, whether it is old clothes, whatever it is. And dignity is something that should never be taken away from anybody because giving dignity costs nothing. So I'm an absolute advocate of when we give, the recipient must receive it with dignity. Um, what was the other question? You said dignity?
Oh, dignity. No, I was saying, what do these three values mean to you, and how do they shape the work you do? Kindness, because I think we're living in Kali times.
Do you know, Siddharth, not everybody is going to be kind. And
Hmm.
I'm a firm believer in that as long as you continue to receive or accept things the way that they are, you will continue. People will continue to do that.
Yeah.
I was at an event, and there was a lady that made a really racist comment, and I
Oh,
just thought to myself, it's absolutely unacceptable. And I said to her, I would like her to rephrase what she's just shared. And to please consider her point of view and where it stems from because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? So we can't force people to be kind,
hmm.
but we can inspire them through our own actions, our own words, and our own boundaries to emulate the same.
That's well said. Many women may not realize how something they no longer use can transform another woman's confidence. Can you share some of the stories or impact you've witnessed through this initiative?
Um, I'm going to give you an example that we can use across the line. You know, I used to do a project where we gave girls going to matric dances. I mean, you know, over the years, some of us have evening dresses that we've worn just once or twice and didn't wear them again or grew out of them. And a simple thing like being able to give a young lady the clothing to give her confidence. From time to time, I also share with young ladies that are going for interviews or starting new jobs, things that are in my cupboard. And what those things do, when you have the right set of clothing on, it makes you feel a certain way. And especially like when a woman is going into an interview or starting a new job or just in general, the right clothing gives you the confidence. I don't know if people are aware of this, but 95% of how people judge you is based on your physical appearance and your body language. Now, that's a
Hmm.
really, really remarkable statistic. So, for me, I feel by contributing, whether it's underwear, whether it's clothes, whether it's a coat, whether it is a little bit of makeup, or the things that a woman needs in order to put her best foot forward, for her to feel confident, for her to win the room. And in most instances, that job or that opportunity, that is an absolute privilege to be able to be a part of that.
That's really powerful. You've built a career in leadership, public relations, and community impact. How important is collaboration between businesses, communities, and individuals in creating lasting social change?
You know, Siddharth, it's impossible for an individual to do this by themselves. By connecting, collaborating, and creating, that is one of the most powerful things that you can do. You know, like I said earlier on, you start where you are with what you have. And what you need is
Yeah.
for people to come up alongside you and support the work that you do so that you are able to reach more people in a more efficient and in a faster manner. I'm a huge, I always say, we don't just measure return on investment, you also measure return on effort. So even like in the Four Ways area and even in KZN where I run different fundraising initiatives, without the support of business and without the support of community, it would be absolutely impossible to achieve what we do.
That's so well said because unfortunately, the way the world is, people are only looking at financial profit, not at the emotional side of things.
I want to tell you that yes, there are a
Mhm.
number of people, and you know what? They have reason to mind. To mind money, because if a business doesn't have money and does not make enough money, they're not able to continue, right? Sustainable businesses do
Mhm.
that, and I
Of
100%
course.
support that attitude. But there are so many businesses, there are so many businessmen, and I can tell you this, that I'm always in awe of the generosity of people. I mean, I can pick up the
Okay.
phone or send a WhatsApp, or people hear about an initiative that we've started or that we're involved in, and they just reach out. So, yes, there are a few people that um, I don't want to say miserly, but I think that that is an apt
Mm.
adjective. But on the complete adverse to that is there are so many people that are so generous and that give cheerfully and willingly. And I want to applaud every single one of them. And on this platform, I just want to say to them, guys, without your support, we would not be able to do the work that we do. Thank you.
Awesome. Lastly, as Women's Month reminds us of the progress made toward equality, what message would you like to share with women and with men about empowering others and making a meaningful difference, one act of kindness at a time?
So, number one, I just want to say to women, stop trying to exclude men. Men sit at the same tables, compete for the same opportunities, and are able to collaborate with us. So let them join the conversation. Men, I want to say to you, you have the ability to bring women further along with you. So, patriarchy is something that still exists and is still
Mm.
highly prevalent. But men, you have the ability to bring us further. Won't you please take us by the hand, create space at the table for us, or pull up a chair at your table and allow us to bring our talent, our ability, and our resources to the table, and we can do so much more. But I also want to say to women, this world does not need another tired, exhausted woman trying to show everybody that she has it all together. What the world needs is women that are at peace with themselves, women that are full of joy, women that love themselves, because you can never give what you do not have. True love can only be given, healthy love can only be given once you love yourself. So I want to encourage you as women, stop trying to do it all. You were never ever designed for that. Master the art of your craft. Do that. And when you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. Okay? That is what women should be doing for themselves every day going forward.
On that insightful note, thanks so much for your time, Lisa, and I'll look forward to the next one.
Absolutely. And guys, have an absolutely wonderful weekend. It is a long one. So I hope that you're going to do something to treat yourself or to make time for yourself and just have the best time.
Take care.
Bye.